everyone? Omar here from Hustle Studios. Special guest today is a good friend of mine, Kenny Strongman Olmeda, because everything he does is strong. All right, guys? Everything he does is strong. He likes his coffee strong, too. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
New York City and Connecticut record holder in deadlift reps.
Yes.
How many reps?
550 for 9.
550 pounds, 9 times very quickly. And also New York City and Connecticut holder for the farmer's hold?
Farmer's hold, 250 in each hand for 58 seconds.
500 pounds for almost a minute. Just holding it, just chilling.
Yeah.
Just holding it, just holding weight. That's what you call holding weight. Just holding weight. So, I mean, you're a strong man now, but you weren't always a strong man, right?
Nah.
So let's talk about that, all right? You went to St. John's, right?
Syracuse,
I'm sorry.
No worries. My boys went to St. John's.
Okay, that's okay. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
All right. See, you got a whole bunch of guys over here.
My best friends went to St. John's, yeah.
So, not trying to embarrass you, but I'm trying to illustrate a journey, right?
Yeah,
so, in college, how tall are you right now?
6'2".
And you've been 6'2" for the last...
Since I was about 13.
All right, so you've been 6'2" for a minute, right? So, in college, what was the weight?
So... When I was 17, I weighed myself in one of those scales at like GNC back in the day. That's how old I am.
Right.
And it said like
To be
305. Yeah, it was like 305. And at that age, I was like, oh man, this is bad. I'm not gonna weigh myself again. I don't want to know.
Right.
And so at college, it was I was wearing size 48 pants.
48.
Double XL. Luckily for me,
That was in style.
That was the hip hop era.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I had Fat Farm and all that stuff.
Right.
So
and everything was super baggy.
Yeah,
right.
super baggy, fitted caps and all that stuff. You get away with being a little bigger. Plus, because I am 6'2",
you carry it.
It didn't look awful. I mean, I was still a big man.
Plus, Biggie came out. He was making Big Sexy. So, you went with it. You went with
sweaters
it.
and iceberg.
Yeah, you went with it, man. You was just living the times. You were living the time.
Anybody younger than us is like,
yeah,
what's
they're
Coogee?
like, what are these old ass niggas talking about?
Coogee and iceberg.
Yeah, what is that shit? Yeah. So, all right. So we're in college, and obviously something changed.
Yeah.
What was the precipitous? What happened that made you make a change towards a more healthy lifestyle?
Honestly, it sounds silly, but I took a 1-credit weightlifting, like a gym class my sophomore year, and it made me like go to the gym twice a week and work out. And I mean, it's crazy, right? Just stopped eating like a dirtbag. Even in college, right? Like even if you just have pizza and wings with your friends occasionally, it's a lot different than when, I was at my peak eating like Entenmann's cakes to the face.
By myself.
You know what I mean?
Or the Sara Lee's from the fridge.
Because I'd always talk to my mom, and I'm just like, Mom, I was pretty big. Like, why'd you buy me cake?
Right.
Like, why'd you buy me pizza?
She's like,
it made you happy.
She's like, you look good.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, you were chubby, but you were still cute.
Yeah,
I was like,
you were husky. You were husky. Yeah, man. I mean, all these things I'm talking about, people don't know about Husky Fit.
No.
That's when you were bigger, but they didn't want to call you chubby.
Yep.
Like, you wear Husky Fit? And that's what you be like, yeah, I wear Husky Fit.
When you got to shop at, what is it now? It used to be big and tall. Now it's like casual XL.
Yeah, we don't do that no more, man. We're good. What, no, all jokes aside, what size shirt are you wearing now?
Extra large.
Extra large. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it depends on the company.
It depends on the cut.
Yeah.
Right? You got to make sure the biceps are cut bigger.
Like, yeah.
All right. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Okay. I like that. So, all right. So
I took
we take a class and we're like, what? We feel good? Like we feel a little stronger?
Yeah, start eating a little less like a dirtbag. But still have fun in college, like, having beers and eating pizza and wings.
Living your
friends.
life. Living your life.
I played ball with my friends before I went away to school. So I started playing pickup basketball in the gymnasium at Syracuse. Like every Friday, they had like, the professors, the faculty would come down middle of the day, play like shirts and skins.
Right. And you always wanted to be shirts?
Oh, 100%. Never wanted to take my shirt off. Big man never wanted to take their shirt
and
off.
I'm good.
Yeah. So just played ball, stayed active. In like 2013, my best friend and I found a Groupon. He found a Groupon for Northeast CrossFit. It was CrossFit Scarsdale back then.
Okay.
And we joined.
And just to give context, when did CrossFit open? CrossFit came out like 2010?
Around that time.
Right? It was like brand new.
Yeah,
it was brand new. So everybody was like, oh, what is that? Right.
I didn't know what it was. Did the Groupon with my friend and ended up joining after the Groupon was done. I quit.
You quit after the Groupon expired?
Well, the Groupon finished. I took my first class. It kicked my butt.
Right.
Kicked my butt.
As anybody who has ever taken CrossFit One thing you don't understand, like, and I'm just gonna interject for a second. Like, I've done bodybuilding stuff when I was younger. That was the thing in the '90s. Ronnie Coleman, Kevin Levrone, Dorian, those are the guys that you knew about. And all we did was lift heavy weights for a little bit, and that was it. That was the work. You did like, heavy bench, 6 reps, heavy incline flies, some triceps, and you worked on a body part or 2 a day. Cardio was walking a little fast on the treadmill or on the vertical climb just to burn calories. It wasn't about cardiovascular endurance.
Right.
And CrossFit is a thing that's based almost on aerobic capacity, which is, in regular people's terms, the ability to breathe under duress, right?
Right.
So I remember when I took my first CrossFit class, and they like run around the block. And a quarter down the block, I'm like, yo, my kidneys hurt. Like I couldn't catch my breath, and it just kind of made me realize, I was big. Maybe I was 260, and because I'm tall too, I could get away with it. But it was a gut check. I was like, damn, I'm really fucking out of shape. This shit is crazy.
It's hard.
So going through the first class, you're like, yo, is this for me?
Yeah. No, it was like a 10 through 1, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like toes to bar and push-ups.
Oh, I was
just like laying on the floor trying to do push-ups.
You doing snakes?
And my partner was like, come on, you can do it. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
The worst thing about CrossFit, the worst and best thing about CrossFit is that you're fucking exposed to everybody. Like, there's no hiding. Like, if you're really doing it, right? Like, there's no hiding, especially if you're doing a partner WOD, like, and you don't want to let your guy down, or girl. You don't want to let your partner down. Like, and you always kind of push a little harder than you would by yourself.
Right.
And then you're here confessing, yo, I think I'm good. I've had a guy, I'm not gonna say his name. I've had a guy quit on me in the middle of a workout. My wife knows who he is. But I'm like, all right, man. All right, we good, man. I'll do your reps. Yeah. But that's humbling. That's humbling.
It was humbling. I was like, man, this is not for me. So I left for a few weeks, tried to do the WODs at New York Sports Club.
By yourself?
Yeah. But people stare at you when you work out, apparently, at a global gym.
Because they don't know.
Because everybody's just sitting at like machines, just like texting in between sets, or like you said, just doing a body part and just hanging out.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, I really quit because this pushed me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I went back, and 8 years later, still doing CrossFit.
Yeah. Well, you're doing CrossFit, and now you've evolved
into Strongman.
So tell me, what opened up your eyes to that? Was it Julian Prideaux with his StrongFit thing?
StrongFit was part of it. Actually, like around 2015, I started taking Olympic weightlifting seriously at Northeast CrossFit with Coach Adam back in the day, Coach Manny, doing Olympic weightlifting. So that got me into more of like the strength component. And then this local competition came up at I think it's called Harrison Strength, and it was like CrossFit mixed with Strongman.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I did that.
Right. Came
in 3rd place.
Okay, so you were like, ooh.
So I was like, oh, I got a little taste for it.
Yeah.
Then I did a novice show with it's called New York Strongest.
Okay.
And it was like New York Strongest, like 2 or 3. It was 2016. It was held in the parking lot of White Plains High School.
Okay.
I did heavyweight novice, which is anything above 220 pounds. Below is 220 novice, lightweight. Above 220 is heavyweight. Came in 3rd in that.
Well, give me a little illustration. What kind of movements were involved in the parking lot?
So, it was held in the parking lot because there was a U-Haul truck pull.
Right.
So that's what I mean.
Like,
the last event
what
was
are we doing out
pull.
there? We throwing tires? What are we doing?
Right. So event 1 was max log press.
So log press, you pick
Clean
it up
and press it.
Okay.
Right, for max weight.
Right.
That day, like you had 3 attempts at the max weight.
Right.
Event 2 was max reps on deadlift. I think it was 450.
Okay.
Event 3 was a keg carry and load. So you carry the keg back, load it over a yoke, run a keg, a heavier one, run it down and back, put it over a yoke. Event 4, I believe, was the tire flip for max reps in 60 seconds. And then event 5 was a truck pull with a harness.
That's dope.
Just like
you got any footage of that?
I think I have some old school footage.
Some old school footage with a flip phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like an iPhone too.
But that's the shit. That's the shit. Like, you look at that like a regular person, right? And what I want to talk about a little bit is there's different types of people in this world, and some people will, and I walk through many paths of this world, and I can talk to you about stuff like that because there's a part of me, a little screw that's loose, that gets down. You see me in the gym, like. Right. I do the best I can. I've done one competition, and we didn't place, but whatever, man. I gave it what I had, and you got to have a little bit. They call it crazy switch.
Yeah.
Because you're putting your body through something. Your body's screaming, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
Put it down, and you're like, "No, I got to push through for these fucking points."
Right.
So, Caleb, I'm sorry I'm cursing too much. But that is to me is such a big differentiator in people, because you can take that type of application of attitude towards a physical event, and you can totally formulate that and use that in your business life, in your spiritual life, in your family life. Because what people don't understand, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know it's a canned line, but I believe that. And there is strength that comes from struggle.
Oh, absolutely.
And people have to understand that to come out the other side of it, you change. Yeah. But if you've never done it, you won't understand it. And you can't narrate that to somebody. I can't describe to you, hey man, do max push-ups. Your chest is gonna burn. Your triceps are gonna give out. Your joints are gonna hurt tomorrow. You have to experience it.
Yeah.
And the people that defer from even experiencing that, they're doing themselves a grave injustice. Not only just the health benefits, but to see what you're truly made of. You have to go into that, what in CrossFit they call the dark place, right?
The pain cave.
The pain cave, right? You got to go into that place and maybe not come out, and you got to be all right with that. And it's funny, I'm a little older than you now, so when it's go time, adrenaline is rushing, everything's going, and we clicking, and as soon as it's over, I'm walking around like I'm a 90-year-old man, everything hurts. But it's to me, it's such a fucking, it's such a mystery. How mentally you can turn it on and be like, yo, what? I got to rep 550 pounds?
550.
I got to pull this more than the last guy. Whatever the number is, because if it would have been 9, you would have done 10. To beat the record, you would have, whatever you had to do, or leave your fucking spine back there. You know what I'm saying? One thing was going to happen. Either you're going to break your back or you're going to break the record. And people don't understand that. That's the way you have to apply life. If you want to do great things. If you want to just chill, you can always just chill. Right? But I don't think enough people talk about that. I don't think people, I'm just using exercise as a metaphor for life. And I don't think enough people understand that until you really push yourself to a limit. And there's a limit that you have that you don't even know. Your mind is saying no, but you can keep going. Yeah. You can keep going. And I believe working under high heart rate conditions, you see pieces of yourself and you're like, yo, wow. And then when you finish, you always feel better, right? Yeah. Right? But getting there, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. But then your boy comes up, yo, let's do this. And then you're like, all right, yo, fuck it, let's do it. And then you're like, oh, we got one in. My whole thing, when I'm always working out, when I'm halfway through, is what I always tell myself. When I get to the halfway point, or it's downhill now. That's what I use to trick myself. It's downhill now. Just finish. It's downhill now. It's downhill. When you get in there, the first part is like, I gotta get to when I get to half, almost there. Oh, it's downhill now. It's doing. And there's that self-talk that people don't know about, where you use that in exercise, you use that in life. You can come out negative from the beginning, and nothing happens.
Right.
You give it a little bit of credence and be like, yo, I could do that, and then. Even if you can't do that, right? You'd be like, I could do that. And then you're like, oh shit, I did it. Oh shit, let me do a little more. And then what's your max deadlift now?
700.
All right. When you first started deadlifting?
Legit, probably right around when my son was born, 2013, when I used to work out at New York Sports Club before CrossFit. Okay. I'd always go with the intent of lifting. And then, my old ways of playing ball always pulled me towards the basketball court. And I played ball for 2 hours.
And you sweat it out.
To lift, but it was 225.
Okay.
Right? Then I joined CrossFit Scarsdale, which eventually became Northeast CrossFit when they moved to Eastchester. And one of my first workout partners, Bobby Love. I don't know if you ever met him. He used to be a coach at Northeast CrossFit too. Okay. He was like, yo, you're going to be strong. Yeah? I can see it. You're going to be strong one day.
That's dope. That's dope.
So right from the beginning, he saw it in me.
Right, so and somebody else telling you makes you believe.
Yeah, no, I was intimidated when I first walked into to CrossFit. The first guy that came over, super friendly, introduced himself, my friend Jed, Rip, 8-pack. Right. And I was like, oh man, you gotta be in shape to work out here.
I don't got that. I was like, nah. Put your shirt on. Yeah. Because everybody in CrossFit, everybody takes their shirt off.
Everybody takes their shirt off.
It's mad cold. Everybody takes their shirt off. I think the funniest part for me with CrossFit was in the beginning, Because we're bigger. And I'm not copping out. Please don't think I'm copping out, guys. But I will say that if you're over 6'3" and you weigh more than 250, it takes more effort to do a burpee. It takes more effort to do certain movements. Yeah. And then, you know, because we're big, usually the fitter guys be like, yo, partner up. Yeah. And you're like, oh, hell no. Yeah. Damn. And then you can't say no, right? Because you're there. You're like, all right, let's do it.
They usually
and
then like, partner up when there's rowing. Because since we're big, we're supposed to be good at rowing.
Like, you're good at this. This is for you.
Rowing, wall balls.
Meanwhile, you don't know how to row. Yeah. You're like, oh, my biceps are burnt. Yeah, that was my beginning experience because I looked like I had some sort of base.
Right.
But like I told you, my first thought, run around the block. I'm like, yo, my lungs are on fire.
I hate running.
So nobody loves running.
No, but going back
little
to what
people love running. Little people love running
because they're light on their feet.
And women love running.
Yeah.
My wife loves running.
Oh, she's really good at just fitness in general.
She's good at everything.
She's
girl.
amazing.
I'm lucky. I won the lotto with that one. Thank you. Shout out. She's probably listening. Watch, she'll text me. Why are you talking about me? She did that in the last podcast. What were you saying?
But that perseverance is real. Like that self-talk. Like when I'm doing something difficult physically, I like to look back at when I was softer. You know,
mentally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because sometimes like the physical matches up with the mental. Right. Like, you know, so I look back and I'm like, no, that you're not that same kid. You know, you're not that like a pound cake.
Yeah, you had that conversation with yourself.
And that's not you.
Right.
You're not 16-year-old Kenny anymore.
Right.
You're this guy now.
Yeah.
So you push through this shit.
Own it. Own that shit, yeah. And the fact that you're a coach too, so you coach other people.
Right.
So I mean, they gotta understand that as they're going through their struggles, you go through your struggles, maybe on another level, right? Maybe on but they don't understand, like I'll use wifey as an example. They don't understand the amount of hours she spent by herself trying to get a muscle up. By herself, countless hours. I blew my shoulder out, giving her the assist. Yeah. But you know, like, but they don't understand. They just see the final product.
Right.
Oh, yo, you know how to do that? It's easy. Well, if you think 400 hours of attempting and failing is easy, and then finally you get it, and then they don't appear sometimes, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand the work behind the success.
There's a lot of grind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of grind. Everybody likes the fun stuff or the flashy stuff or the big lifts, and there's just a lot of work that goes into it. Yeah,
and people don't understand that a lot of it is done outside of the gym, where if you want to look a certain way, you could do all the cardio and all that you want, but you have to be disciplined here and here. Right?
Oh,
and it's that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be chubby, stop eating cake.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Yo, what I got to do? Well, you know how you drink like 6 beers every night?
Yeah.
And wings at the bar? Yo, why don't you just go home? For real? I'm like, yeah, just go home, bro.
I just competed in November at the official Strongman games.
At what weight?
Right? 198 pounds.
Damn, bro.
I walk around 235.
Wow.
230 to 235.
You work with a nutritionist now, right?
I worked with a bodybuilding coach to help me get down to 198, right? Because bodybuilding coaches specialize in people with low body fat percentage, right? So I was already, like, I qualified in August. I had 3 months to make weight, right? To get down to 198. And, you know, Strongman is one of those, you know, weight-based.
Oh, your
like
category
sports,
goes
right?
weight,
Yeah,
right, by
so,
weight class.
I had to weigh in the day before competition at 198 pounds. So by the end of October, I was like 215, 210.
Okay.
And then I worked with Christian, my bodybuilding nutrition coach, and he gave me a meal plan. Was in touch all the time. Flew down to Daytona. Hit the sauna the night before. I landed in Daytona. I was 208.
Right.
Cut 10 pounds in the sauna.
Wow.
The day before, made weight. Leanest I've been as an adult. What does it take? Discipline.
Right.
No drinking for 3 months.
No drinking alcohol.
No drinking alcohol for 3 months.
Yeah, let's be clear.
You know, lots of egg whites, rice cakes, you know, fig jam.
Spartan.
So, yeah, just
Spartan.
eating super clean, right, for 3 months. Because that discipline.
For 90 days.
Right. If you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done before.
Right.
I know that's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
Right? People want things, but they're not willing to change how to get that.
Right. They don't want to sacrifice for it.
Right, and it was a sacrifice. Like, you think I don't have friends or loved ones who like to drink or have a wine or something like that, and I'm just like, no, I can't.
Or even worse, when you got to hang out with homie over there.
Oh, my kids.
And he's like, I want to go to McDonald's. Like, damn it.
Yeah, when you know they're having like 6-piece nuggets,
And you're like, let me smell it. Let me smell it.
I'm having white rice and ground beef.
Yeah, and they're like, Dad, why are you in a bad mood, Dad? Why are you in a bad mood? Yo, you don't understand, little guy. You don't understand. Yeah.
It was Halloween, too.
Oh. Yeah, no candy
Halloween.
for you, bro.
He's allergic to peanuts, so they brought home Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah,
and I'm just staring at them.
And you love them.
They're sitting there in the bucket, and I'm just like, man, you can't have that.
Yeah,
every one that you have is pulling you further away from
your
that goal.
Yeah. So, all right, you went to 198. How are you feeling?
Oh, I felt amazing leading up to it. I was hiking. Like hiking got a whole lot easier. The lighter you are, your joints hurt less. I was sleeping a lot better. My resting heart rate was like 59, which is the lowest I've ever tracked for myself.
Really?
Right now it's like 75 because I'm a little bit heavier. But I felt amazing. You know, I felt great.
And you felt strong?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled 675 at 215.
Nice.
So it's not like, you know.
Yeah. It's like triple body weight.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So even at the competition, like we had a deadlift ladder, and it was 495.
That was the starting.
Yeah, it was a speed deadlift ladder, 60 seconds, 5 bars. It was 495, 585, 635, 675, 715. Right, so I got through the first 3 bars, and then that 4th bar crushed me. I just went to lift 675, and my body was like, nope.
Yeah, you'll pass that one.
You just went 4 bars in 20 seconds. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, but no, even at the competition, I still pulled 635 at like 208.
Nice.
So, I felt great. A lot of it is mental, though. You know, I still had a lot of those.
Well, the hard part I want to say is this, from what I learned in my life, is that you got to be in proximity of people that are kind of on the same journey. Do you have a lot of strongman friends in the area?
Yeah,
because that's a specialized thing, right? That's a real specialized thing, and it's hard to talk to people. Like I tell my wife all the time, like I talk money. I have this with certain people. We could talk all day about all these different things because that's my language. I know how to talk that. Talking strongman, you'd be like, yo, I'm gonna lift this car. And niggas be like, what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go pull his U-Haul truck. Yeah. What? Yeah. And it's hard because if people can't relate to you, it kind of makes you feel a little awkward. Yeah. So I believe that you gotta have to immerse yourself in that community. Is that community big in New York?
It's grown.
Yeah.
It's grown recently. I mean, one of my friends is the world's strongest man from 2018.
Who's that?
Nate Green.
Nate Green. Okay.
Tommy Lavelle is the champion from 2019. He programmed for me for a little bit as well.
These are all New York guys?
Yeah. One of them teaches. He coaches in the Bronx.
Okay.
Nate coaches in the Bronx. Tommy coaches in. He coaches and he owns Squats and Science out in Brooklyn.
Okay.
My training partner Janet, she's based out of NY Strong. I'm a Mamaroneck. She's the 2-time national masters champion.
How old is she?
I think she's like 45.
Wow. Okay.
And she just placed top 10 at OSG when I was there, so she made it to day 3.
Really?
I didn't make it to day 3. It crushed me.
Really?
Yeah.
What part crushed you?
Day 1 crushed me. Day 1 was a max log, and it for reps.
Right.
And it was 295
So the log
pounds.
off the floor overhead.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And my max press for log is 265.
Right. And what was the opening weight?
295.
Damn.
For reps, right?
Did you get one?
No. No. 0 reps.
You're like, yo, should I try?
Yeah. I tried. Barely got it to my shoulders a couple of times.
Yeah,
the judge and I were smiling at each other. And it wasn't that I quit.
Yeah.
It was just I knew it was beyond me physically.
Yeah.
So I was just doing my best.
Right.
Then the second event that day was a car carry.
Okay.
It was literally
the Volkswagen car, I saw you, right?
Yeah. So
Send me a picture that so I can put it in the slide.
Yeah. I carried a Volkswagen on my back. Our weight at 198 pounds was 800 pounds.
Okay.
So I had an 800-pound car on my back. Felt every bit of those 800 pounds on my back. Every time people were yelling at me, like, pick it up, come on.
You're like, nigga, you pick it up.
My back was screaming. Day 2 was the deadlift ladder, which I got 3 of the 5 bars. In my heat was one of the best deadlifters in the country.
Yeah. And he was in your weight too?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So he finished all 5 bars.
Damn.
Yeah, he's one of the best deadlifters in the country. I faced him before at a local show.
Yeah.
He's based out of Ohio. His name is Mark. He killed that ladder. I went up to the event promoter. I was like, why'd you put Mark in my heat,
man.
bro? That dude's nasty at deadlifting.
Put him all the way at the end.
Yeah. And then the second event that day was the death medley, which was a sandbag carry, throw it on a sled, Husafel stone carry, throw it on the sled, drag the sled back.
With both of those things on there?
Yeah.
How much was the weight combined on there?
Over 600 pounds.
Damn, bro. See, all right, so just to give a little context, if you've never done any of this shit, it doesn't really give you like perspective. But go out there, put your car in neutral, try to pull it a little bit. Yeah. And just give you like a real, because it's hard to put it in context for regular people. And I don't mean regular people like we're not regular. We just do things that are a little not regular. And, and you got to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I even made sense with that whole statement, but you should be able to talk about that. You pick up stones from the floor, you put them up top. What's the heaviest stone you picked up?
360.
And how do you feel?
Man, stones are not my favorite, which sounds like contradictory to what people think
because
for strongman.
It's super down there, and then you got to come up with it.
But it's like the event that people think epitomizes strongman the most.
Right?
Stones.
And
I hate stones.
They have that iconic picture. Right.
So my max stone is 360. I mean, one of my training buddies, his name is Sean. He has like a 450 stone.
Damn. Yeah.
And that's just massive. That's like elite level stone loader right there, 450, man.
Yeah. That's serious shit.
At like 240, like 240 pounds body weight. So he's pretty.
Is he well proportioned?
Yeah. He's like 6'3".
Oh wow, so he's a big boy. Okay.
Yeah, he's like 6'3". He trains out of NY Strong as well.
Okay.
Strongman has really picked up recently. So it is, sometimes you end up spending more time at the gym because you talk about your struggles and with people.
Well, like I said, like you got to be in a proximity. It's like they say, you're the average of your 5 closest friends, right? So, and what I mean by that, this doesn't have to be financial. It could be like knowledge based too. Like if you hang out with dummies all day, you're eventually gonna get dumber. You know that, right? Like, if you hang out with, like, I want to say regular. I'm gonna use this term, regular citizens.
Right.
That like going hard means they went 30 minutes on the. I know I'm gonna get shit for this one. 30 minutes on the, what's that bike? On
the recumbent bike?
No,
the one that you lay back?
No. That's a good one.
The elliptical?
No, the one everybody bought right now. The
assault bike?
No.
The
Peloton. The Peloton. 30 minutes on a Peloton's going hard. Yo, guys, that's not going hard. No offense. Everybody has a
You're going to catch a lot of heat for
it's all good. It's all, bring it, bro. Like, I mean, I wake up, like, let's talk about... So I was talking to another friend of mine, 3-time world champion, Joe, and he was telling me off the camera, he was like, yo, like, people, they don't understand. Like, you wake up at 4 a.m, you see my gym. I built the gym in the house, and I get busy, and I exert myself when everybody else is sleeping. Today was 10 degrees. I had the little heater on. Ralph and I got busy. We did our thing. But that's what I do because I want to be fully functioning for as long as I can be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what people don't understand is if you don't make time for your health or wellness right now, when illness comes knocking on your door, there is no decision. There is no ability to ignore that. And that's one of the reasons I want to talk to you about this because it's not just doing cool shit like flipping cars and stuff like that. It's man, my arteries are still pretty flexible and my heart could pump. And if I had, like, God forbid, I had to flip a car and get it off a kid, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cool because you have this quiet confidence about yourself because you're like, yo, if I had to turn it on, but it goes back to like the crazy switch I was telling you about. Like, you gotta have it. Like, my man was like, yo, you're not normal. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, you wake up at 4 a.m. By yourself.
It's different.
It's dark outside. And in summer, I'm running in the dark.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not real. I was like, yo, but that's when I can get it in because I have a company or multiple companies and I got to be available for my company, so this is when I can fit it in, and I just created my way, and other people just be like, oh, well, I can't. I don't have time. Bro.
That's the number one right there.
You make the time. You make the time until one day you go to the doctor and they give you some sort of craziness, and all of a sudden, tú apurado to get healthy.
Yeah.
Yo, I got to do a lot of this, a lot of that, and that's not sustainable. And it's not sustainable because it's not your lifestyle.
Right.
It's not your lifestyle. People love the 90-day challenges or the 60-day challenges. What they don't understand is that it's a gimmick because what you're doing is you're altering your behavior for a limited amount of time. Going back to what you said, if you want to get something you never got, you got to do something you never done. And they do it, but as soon as they're off, back to the normal programming. Right. So that's why what I want to talk, like, I want to kind of drive that message home where people don't understand that it's not a fad thing. It's a lifestyle thing.
Yeah, you got to change who you are.
And it's not about being the strongest guy in the room sometimes. It's about, being 65 and being able to tie your laces. Or, just being able to be a human for as long as you can.
Moving.
Yeah.
Right.
And not
Absolutely.
have to become like a burden on your family. Pick me up, do this, do that. Well, people don't understand that. People don't understand it until it's too late. People think it's weird, it's all that. I was watching Ronnie Coleman the other day.
He's all beat up these days.
Nah, he's fixed. He fixed it. He's back. He's back in the gym. Check the gram. He's back in the gym. He's back in the gym.
Lightweight.
But what I love about him is like, yo, Ronnie, you got to get your hips replaced and all that, So you have any regrets about only squatting 800 pounds for 4 reps or 5 reps? He goes, my only regret is I didn't lift it one more time.
Yeah.
And I love that. I'm like, yo, be who that's you. That's you. And I love it. I love that. It's so authentic to me. That's you. And you have to be unapologetically yourself. I love that. Yeah. And some people just don't get that. They're like, nah, but it's this, it's that. Yeah. Who could take away? Is he the most winningest Mr. Olympia ever still?
I don't think so.
Or was Phil Heath? Phil
Heath.
He bought him? Yeah, he beat him or whatever.
But I think he's the strongest bodybuilder of all time.
Hell yeah.
Squatting 800 for reps.
Hell yeah. And you can watch his shit now. It's classic. You're like, yo, you get inspired just watching him now. Like, you're like, yo, and this 100%. Guy, this was 20 years ago. And he looks so happy. And if you look at him, he was muscle on muscle on muscle. Like he
was a cop too.
Yeah, he had a full-time job. Imagine him pulling you over. But full-time job, and he held it for 20 years. And in the video he talks about, people ask me why I still do this. I won the Olympic twice already. He was like, because I love it. I love this. This is what I do.
It's just part of your fabric.
Right. And one thing I liked that he said, and people don't understand it, but I kind of identify with it, was he was saying, he was like, look, man, I had an hour because I had a full-time job. I didn't, I wasn't rich. So I had a full-time. So I did everything I had to do to win the Olympias in an hour. So I use that for myself. I'm like, yo, you work out from 4 to 5. Maybe you do cardio for 5:30, stretch, and then you hit your day. And, get it in, whatever it is. Yeah. It could be, whatever, but get in your hour, that you time, and I just put that as a health deposit in the bank, and I keep it going. But in my industry, real estate and lending, there's not a lot of guys like me because everybody likes the fab life, right? Going out to eat dinner, and that's cool, but you can't do that shit every night, bro. And then going out drinking and we're drinking the Opus One, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. I'll do it on vacation, but I can't be drinking every other day. Yeah. And all you see on the ground, all these guys, they're drinking, and they look like they're in their 60s and then they're in their 30s.
Right.
They look all what do you call it? They look when you have too much salt, you look bloated. Yeah, niggas look bloated. I'm like, yo, you look crazy, bro. Oh, F you. I'm like, all right, man, don't ask me then. Don't ask me.
Don't ask Omar questions.
Yeah, don't ask me. Yeah, I usually, so I made this rule, right? This is the rule I have. So I don't give unwanted advice. Like, it might be glaringly obvious to me, and I'll be like, oh shit, this nigga, he didn't fuck himself up. But I just don't do that. That's like my 2022 resolution. Like, I don't give business advice unless you ask me directly, oh, what do you think? Then I'll be, oh, I think this. But before, I used to be on this mission to help everybody. And some people ain't ready to hear it, man. They're just like, nah, I think that's gonna go that. So I feel that people have to actually make their mistakes before they're willing to listen.
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's one thing I've been kind of working on. Before, I was too accessible. Like, yo, this is what you should do. This is what you do. You had asked me a question the other day, and I said, yo, this is why I would do that. Right. And I left it there. That was it. This is why I would do that. And just because I see you starting your business journey, and you have some ideas, and I have 16 years in it ahead of you. So like, if I give you a little,
always willing to learn, man. You always got to be open to learning. There's always somebody who knows more than you about everything. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. When you coach people individually, yes,
do you look for something particular with the client?
The want to.
Okay.
They gotta want it.
Do you have like?
I always want it.
Do you have like an interview process with them? Like you look for certain statements to be like, nah, this nigga's ain't real, or she's just talking shit.
Those are lessons you learn the longer you are in the fitness industry, in the coaching industry. Yeah. At first, you kind of like, I know you probably know this from business world. You sell yourself out. Mm-hmm. You just like take anything.
Well, because you have nothing,
right?
So you got to start somewhere.
Like, I got to build my book.
Yeah, whatever. I'll take you. Let's go.
No, you take, and then
you think so? All right, let's go.
Yeah. I sleep 8 hours a day. Oh, that's great. How do you sleep 8 hours a day? Oh, I take drugs. Oh, okay, never mind. That's
all right. Let me write that down.
Yeah. All right. No, it's just you see the work people put in.
Okay.
people will show you who they are, right? I know you and I just throwing cliches around today.
Today's cliche Tuesday.
People will show you who they are, man.
Yeah.
And another cliche: the weights don't lie, right? The weights don't lie. Either you put the work in or you don't.
Right.
Right. There's always going to be people who say, I want this. I want to hit this number. I want a national record. I want this record. Right.
Okay.
Show me.
Those are big fucking aspirations.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Like, just do the work.
Right.
Everything else will take care of
How
itself.
long do you usually give a client, like, let's say you onboard somebody and they're like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I want to look a certain way. How long do you give, like 90 days before you start like, all right, something's not right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like
the patterns show up early.
Oh, like how early? Like how like as being an experienced coach, how long does it usually take you to be like,
before people flame out?
No, before you can say, all right, man, I know what you're saying, but what you're doing.
Within those 90 days, you'll start seeing if people really are about it or not.
Okay.
Like, it's easy to be gun-ho about something for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Going back to what I told you about the fads.
Yeah.
Right? For 6 weeks, we'll lose 20 pounds.
Yeah,
we
in
in there. 8
weeks is 2 months.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
You know what I mean?
It's
3 months, 90 days is 3 months. That's a quarter of a year.
That's past the I want to phase.
Yeah.
Now it's either I have to or this is, I'm committed.
This is,
Yeah, this is life.
discipline.
Yeah.
Right? Is this who you are? Is this, like, I have this saying in CrossFit where it's always like, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Right? But honestly, sometimes it's not fun.
Sometimes it's serious.
Sometimes it's not fun lifting things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just do it because you know what you need to do. It's just, I need to go today, do this, because this is what I do. I go in, I do the work, and then everything else will take care of itself. And then sometimes it is fun.
Yeah, sometimes your energy levels are not always the same. Sometimes there's times I go in, I feel super strong.
Right.
And other days I'm like, damn, 205. You know, like I'm like,
oh, absolutely.
I'm like, oh my god, my back. And that was today, bro.
Or sometimes life is heavy. You know what I mean?
She had me do squats with lunges. Nah. and then the bike. You know what I'm talking about, babe. And then so my legs were burning. By round 3, I was like, yo, 205's man, heavy, man. Like, what's wrong with you, lady? But she's a clever coach. She's a clever coach.
She's good.
Coach. Yeah.
She
always says I have skinny legs. We get into this fight all the time. So she's working on my legs. Yeah. I'm exposing a lot of my personal life right now. Like, it's not always going to be fun.
It's not always glamorous.
Right. Sometimes the devil's in the details and it's not all sexy. Right. But
that mobility work, that's not the sexy part, but people don't like to do it. And by people, I mean me, right? This guy right here.
And you're good. You're mobile.
Yeah.
You're really mobile.
I squat below parallel at least.
No, but you have a good range of motion. Even your shoulders.
Yeah.
I've seen you do the, what do you call that? With the overhead?
The circus dumbbell?
Is that, no, when you do like the clean with the bar, but it's vertically straight and you squat. I can't do that.
Squat jerk,
I'll be over there, bro. I'll be over there. Listen, man, I got into CrossFit at 40. Was it 40? Damn, yeah, 40. That's when I started learning about mobility. Do you know how on fire my elbows used to be with the front rack?
Oh, 100%.
Bro.
Yeah. That elbow tendonitis?
On fire, man. On fire. I remember, and then I discovered one day, I was doing wall balls and burpees, and then I had to jump on a flight to meet Maggie up in Puerto Rico. And I forgot what happened, but I put ice on my elbow the next day, and it felt so good. I was like, "Oh shit, ice! This makes it feel good." But like people don't understand walking around in pain.
Right?
You're like, "Yo, everything it hurts," and then you find you're like, "Oh, it feels better."
It's like that meme where the doctor goes, "How much pain are you in?" And you say the normal amount.
11.
And it's like there's no normal amount of pain to be in. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be in pain.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Technically,
you have to kind of know the difference between injury and soreness. That's a big thing.
But also a big thing is the difference between working out and training.
Oh, explain on that. Yeah, explain on that.
You make certain sacrifices when you train.
Okay.
Health is a sacrifice you are trading when you train.
Okay.
Like there's a saying in Strongman is the saying in Strongman is not if you will get hurt, when you will get hurt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're pushing your body to the max.
To a limit.
Right?
Yeah.
To a limit that most people will never push themselves to. You're carrying maximal loads in a stone, in a deadlift, over your head, on your back, a car, whatever.
You're doing some wild shit. Yeah.
So you are making some sacrifices health-wise when you train strongman or anything that's maximal effort, right? Working out is different. Like health is your goal. Right, you're working out to improve your lungs.
Right.
to lower your cholesterol, things like that.
Right.
When I'm training to push my body to the brink.
Right. For maximum efficiency.
And sometimes I
output.
make it to the shows, not, with little aches and pains, and sometimes I don't make it to the shows because I've injured myself.
Right.
So I've hurt myself training for United States Strongman Nationals twice.
Okay.
I tore the plantar fascia in my foot one year.
Damn.
With sandbag throws.
Really? Throwing a sandbag tore your foot?
In training.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it felt like I got shot in my foot.
Damn.
And then I took a step and I just like collapsed. It was just terrible, terrible pain. And then because I made that trade-off for health, I tried to train through it. Right? Because, you know.
Because everybody says, go through it,
you
push
know what
through
I mean?
it.
I'm like, I'll just do the static events at nationals.
Right.
And then you end up pulling your deadlift a different way, hurting a different side of your body. And then this past year, I was training for nationals in 2020. What was it, 2021? I can't believe it's 2022 already. And I injured my SI joint deadlifting.
SI joints your back?
Yeah. Okay. So right above your butt crack.
Oh, damn.
So I felt a pop, instant weakness and instability in my hips.
Bro.
And it's just it's a trade you make.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you'll never know how far you can go until you push yourself as far as you're gonna be. I remember doing stiff-legged deadlift hamstring curls. I'm using this as a narrative for you. So you got injured and you were how old? In your 40s, 30s?
I was 38.
38, right? Yeah. So how long did it take you to come back?
When I got hurt for nationals the first time, I was like 36. It took me a good 6 to 8 months to feel comfortable with deadlifting again.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I was doing stiff-legged deadlifts. I was 18. And you have no respect. Again, this is going back to, we're going back to like Ronnie Coleman shit, right? So this is what I'm watching. I'm managing a gym. I'm 17, 18 years old. I feel indestructible. You know, the weights that you see these big guys do, you're thinking, I should be doing that because that's what they do. And so we're doing stiff-legged deadlifts with 315, like fast. Right. I feel a pop. I'm 17, 18 years old. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. It feels a little weird, but it's all good. Finish the workout, all that. Go to bed. Wake up. I can't walk. I had to crawl to the bathroom because I popped the disc.
Yeah.
But just to go further, but I had a job at this building. I was a doorman. I was filling in for the summer, and it was paying really good. And I was young at the time. I needed the money. And I go to work anyway, bro. I'd be sweating because like if anybody's pulled a disc and you're standing vertical, the pain on that bulging disc is like somebody punching you. So I'm just trying to illustrate I can imagine what your shit felt like. Oh. And I remember after every I see a client or whatever, they went upstairs and I didn't have to see anybody. I'd be trying to sit somewhere to kind of get the pressure off my back. Man. Yeah. People don't understand the discomfort. When it comes.
When I hurt myself the most recent time with my SI joint, I was rolling around in bed. I was crying, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not afraid to admit it. I was like, I got my kids. Like, how am I going to take them to the park? Because all they care about is, can Dad take me to the park?
Yeah, he sucks. He's in bed all day.
And I'm laying in bed sideways, like trying to roll over and get out of bed, and it's just like max effort, trying to get my body out of bed.
Yeah, just trying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, so that makes you think about how long you can do something too. Like, how long do you stay in the game of training strongman?
Yeah, how long do you stay doing this, exposing yourself to something like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there has to be some love for it. There has to be some love for it.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I thought, the Fisher Strongman Games is like the pinnacle for me of what I can get to. Right? Okay. It's a global competition. There were guys there from France.
That's dope.
There were guys from everywhere, England, like everywhere. And I was just like, when I qualified, I'm like, all right,
I'm in.
I hit my goal.
Right.
I'm gonna give it my best shot, and then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make an Instagram post about it though. I'm not that guy. It's like, I'm retiring from my hobby. It's not my career. It's a hobby.
I made it.
And then you get down there, and it's not your It wasn't for me, at least. It wasn't my performance physically. Mm-hmm. It was my performance mentally.
Okay.
I was out of it before I even picked up any weight.
Why?
Just baggage from childhood.
Yeah.
Just not. I didn't grow up with a lot of self-confidence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
And so I was like, no, you got to come back next year. And even if you come in the same place, but you had a better time and you actually believed that you belonged to be there, then you could retire.
Well, the validation should be, we qualified, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like me. It's like, I'm not going to say numbers because then niggas ask me to borrow money and shit. But there's always a goal. And wifey will tell you, she's probably told you already, like, it's never going to be enough. So I'll set a goal, and there's a metaphor for it where it's that life is stairs and landings. You climb the stairs to the next level. You get to the landing, only to look to your left to see there's another set of stairs to keep climbing, right? So my thing is like, yo, nah, man, you there now. Now you gotta qualify. So you gotta find a way to stay hype.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest thing, to self motivate and stay hype. Yo, I'm here. So whether you win or not, you gotta give somebody a cause to get stressed out. That would be like the way, this nigga Kenny crazy. Like, I don't know. Even the best deadlift guy be like, yo, you'd be like, yo, I'm gonna kill this shit, son. He'll be like, all right. And that would be like the way. But no, you made it already there, so now you have to make it again. And then and then you have to compete. And then eventually,
in my head, I have to prove to myself it wasn't a fluke.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, like you said, man, look, it's also sacrifice and discipline. And if you've done it once. It's like there's so many things, right? Like they say, like if I had to burn everything down and build it all again, the person I am now, or would I give everything I have now to start over again with what I have now? Yeah, I give it up. Yeah, no doubt. I'll start again because I know I can do this so much faster now, right? Because I know I do. So it's the same thing with you. You've been there already, so you kind of know the formula. Now you just gotta propel it and just get there faster,
right?
Yeah, man, you gotta play the game, and you gotta. I believe you should document it a little more. If anything, to show little man over there when you're bigger. Yo, my man, remember? don't sleep, bro. You know I can still whip that. That's me, bro. That's not a move. That's not special effects, baby. That's not CGI. That's me with a car on my back, bro. So I think that's one of the coolest things that we could do for our kids. I think even the whole thing with the videos, podcasts. Well, to me, I think about when I have great grandchildren, and they be like, "Yo, this was your grandfather." Yeah. And they see me now, not like I'm old ass head, and be like, "Shut up, kids," and shit like that, right?
I used to bench 315.
I can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be like, "That was him," and it lives forever. Yeah. So now you got to, bro. You got to. As long as you happy doing it. When it becomes a burden, that's when you think about it.
I love what I do. I love Strongman. Yeah. I love working in the fitness industry. So it's still
like helping people.
I love helping people. Yeah. I love coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
All right. I coached for a little while when I was in college. It was cool. It didn't resonate with me in terms of you made good money as an 18-year-old, but I didn't think it through to become like it wasn't like my path. Where I got to my path as a real estate and mortgage guy wasn't originally on my path either. I had a liquor store. I don't know if I told you, I had a liquor store and a nightclub before this. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I noticed was that I just I liked figuring out the puzzle. Like, if this is the business, all right, how do we maximize the day? How do we make as much money as possible? And so it became, I got recruited into the banking, and I learned about that, and I learned about the spreads, and I was like, oh damn, I'm in here. So now how do I do that? So it could be anything. If it's challenging to me, it'll be something that I want to do. Like I bought an NFT, right? Yeah. So if I make money with it, that'll be the next thing. I'm like, oh yeah, how do we do that next? Like, cause it's the new, it's like the new game.
Staying sharp though.
Right, it's a new game. To me, it's all about the game. It's not about just the dollars and cents. It's about the hustle and trying to outsmart the market. And, to me, that's what it's really always about. It's always been about that. So had it been a Strongman, I'd be like, yo, how do I get down my weight but keep my strength? Yeah. I'd be trying to figure it out all day. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's dope that you love it. It's dope that the community's growing out here. Are you going to qualify for next year?
Hope so.
No. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Buy your ticket now.
You gotta put it out into the ether.
Yeah, buy your ticket now. Because I'll be there. Yeah.
Qualifiers will be put live, I think, in July.
Okay.
And you have to the middle of August to submit your online videos. So, looking forward to seeing what the events will be to qualify this year.
And you also qualified for Strong Wadapalooza.
Wadapalooza Strong.
How was that?
Man, that was also humbling. So I came off of competing at New York Strongest in January. Wadapalooza is a fitness festival, right. CrossFit fitness festival down in Miami. It's
it's going on now, right?
This weekend.
It's going on now. Yeah, that's why I bring it up.
Yeah. So I had 6 weeks to switch gears.
Right, to change your whole
Nowhere near enough time. Because I signed up for this. The Wadapalooza Strong was a combination of CrossFit and Strongman.
Did you have to qualify too, or you automatically got in?
That was just Just sign up.
Okay, because it was new.
Right.
They were trying it out.
It's programmed by Rob Orlando. He's like the strongman guru for CrossFit.
Okay.
Like a lot of the strongman equipment from Rogue.
Right. He designs it?
He designed it, and he sold it to Rogue.
Ah, okay.
So those are a lot of his designs. I got my strongman cert through him for CrossFit.
Okay.
So he was my instructor. Super cool guy, right? Mm-hmm. So I head down there. One of the workouts was 50 dumbbell bench press at 100 pounds. 100 pounds in each hand.
Okay.
Every time you put it down, you had to do 3 ring muscle ups.
Oh.
So that was the CrossFit aspect
that
of it,
would destroy your chest, bro.
So my judge comes over. She's like, "What's your goal?" I'm like, "I'm trying to get all 50 of these unbroken because I don't have ring muscle ups." I'm like, "I just did a strongman competition 6 weeks ago. Like, I didn't prepare for this as well as I should have." And it was
How many reps did you get on that?
And it was a heat wave in February in Miami. It was 94 degrees.
Were you
I got 11 reps, right? Head over to the rings. I had tweaked my shoulder training, right?
It just gets better.
So I get to the rings and I'm looking up at it. I'm just like, I'm good. I tell my judge I'm good. I'm not going to attempt this. I hurt my shoulder.
Looking at it.
And then from the stands, everybody's like, come on, let's go.
You get hype.
Oh, man, I'm going to try this. All right, let's do it, right? Yeah. So I try to go back to the cues. I've taught people how to do ring muscle-ups. So I'm trying to get a ring muscle-up.
You replaying that shit in your head?
Yeah. Rob Orlando walks by. He's like, head through the window. I'm like, I'm trying, Rob. That shit ain't working. So in that aspect, I know how CrossFitters members feel when coaches come by and saying like, head through the window.
It's easy.
Hips to the bar. And we're just like yeah, it don't work. So
the only reason I feel entitled to laugh is because I would be on the floor right next to you. I know I've only competed one time, but yo, that shit was hard. Like after the first event, I was ready to go home.
Oh,
yeah, because the worst part of it is when you have to wait between events. Oh. Talking for us guys a little above 40. Yeah. Look at the camera. Yo, your joints lock up. You get tight real fast, and then you gotta get warm again, and then you gotta go 0 to 100 for like 5 minutes or whatever the thing is. That is hard, man. That is so hard. After one hard workout, I'm ready to take a nap.
And if you're sitting around that time, it can fuck with your mind.
Oh yeah,
right? Like because you get in your own head. See, I got punched in the mouth in that first workout.
Right,
it was really hard.
You like
it was
11 reps?
No, the first workout was max calorie row in 1 minute.
Ooh.
Max rep back squats from the ground at 185. Right.
After the row.
Yeah, you had to power clean it, put it on your back. Yeah. Max reps, rest 1 minute.
Okay.
Right?
And then something else.
Then row again, max calories. Max back squats at 225, rest 1 minute. Max calorie row, max reps at 255 from the ground, done, right? Okay. What they didn't tell you was during the 1 minute of rest, you had to load your own bar. So you really weren't resting.
Damn, bro.
So you were hunched over, like putting weight on the bar, and then like 3, 2, 1, go. I'm like, oh, I didn't rest at all.
Where's my spotter?
And when I walked up to the bar, the last bar at 255, I'm like, oh my God, am I going to fail a 255 power clean?
Well,
in front of all these people?
I only laugh because I've experienced a max row and try to spell your name.
Yeah.
Forget lifting. Forget lifting.
Yeah,
try to spell your name after max row. You're like, and then you have to like load the bar, and then you got to put it on your back. Nah,
but those experiences help you grow too. Like being knocked down a peg, keep you humble. Keep you
I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation because I know my dumb ass. If I was in the situation, I would try anyway, right? And probably break something. But head through the window, bro. You see me flip over.
I'm like getting the rings here every time.
Yeah. And then you mad light, right? You were light at that time.
Yeah, I was.
So you're lighter. Like, this should work.
Yeah. In theory, everything sounds good.
This should work. This should definitely work for me.
Man, it's but like I said, you take things away from it mentally.
Yeah.
That's the next level for me.
Yeah.
Is my mind.
Yeah. No, I think I work on that a lot. I think anybody, man. I
have a therapist I work with every week
to talk about your lifts.
Just life. I talked to him about OSG when I came back.
Maybe I should get a therapist for my lifts.
Yeah, because listen, I was one of those guys for a long time who was like, lifting is my therapy.
Right.
It's not.
Well, that was my therapy.
Right.
That's my therapy.
It's not because I can't talk to the weights. Right?
I've talked to my weights.
Can I exert? Can I like?
Impose your will?
Stress?
Yeah.
Stress relief. Absolutely. Can I do a little stress relief? Sure.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I went through as a kid and things that I've been through personally, I can't work through that with a bar. You know, I got to work through that with somebody who can give me strategies.
You got to unpack it.
Right. And my therapist, he helps me every week, and it's helped me a lot. And I talked to him about OSG when I got back. And just my goal is to bring a better total package the next time I compete, mentally and physically. I know I could do the physical.
Right. You've done it.
Right.
You've gone there. Yeah.
I just need to fix here. Because this can only do what this allows it to do.
Right. If you don't believe.
Right.
It all starts with belief. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fortunate enough that, you know, like I was at the beginning of the podcast, we talked about some of my strongman friends like Nate, Tommy. They won the title, world's strongest man, 80 kilos.
Right.
So they were like, 176 pounds or something like that. Deadlift 700 pounds at 176.
That's crazy.
And, you know, they were like, yo, you were there. You were there. You qualified. No
you
one can take
there.
that away from you.
You belong there.
You're not happy with how you perform, but you were there. Don't take that away from yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to work on, is believing in myself. Not being, you know, not having an ego.
Yeah.
But just allowing myself to, I achieved this.
Not being arrogant, but being confident.
Right.
Well, the thing is that sometimes, and
it's a fine line, right?
I want to say this too, because in the Latino community, it's always kind of told. We're all always told. No, don't brag. No, don't aspire. Like in English terms, I've been told by my mother, don't aspire. We used to butt heads all day about that, man. No, don't talk about that. I'm like, what? I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. No, we don't talk about that. So I'm like, and that was a big thing with me and my mom. But I think in the Latino community especially, they try to like I don't want to say keep you humble. I would say almost to subjugate you.
Knock you down a peg.
Yeah, they're like, no, that not for you. No, you should be, no, you can't do that.
Why you do this if you always lose?
Damn. Thanks, Mom.
Why you do this if you always lose?
Because I want to compete.
Yeah,
because I want to compete. Yo, I'm the man in the arena.
Yeah.
Why are you talking shit from up there? Get down here.
Yeah.
Let's do it. But that's a part and I say that to you for you to hear that, for you to understand. Yo, you're down there. And you know the man in the arena, right? You talking about the Theodore Roosevelt quote? Read that quote. I love that quote because it's like, yo, man, the guys out there talking shit, they ain't nobody next to the guy struggling. Even if he fails, he's in there. He's in the game. He's playing. He's not a spectator of the sport.
Right.
I'm a player.
Right.
And I say that all the time. I'd rather be a player and die than live all my life as a spectator. Yo, man, but you have to be built for it. And I think you're on the road to really embracing it. I think you want to do it, but you have to embrace it and be like, yo, win, lose, or draw, I'm here. I'm here, man. And whatever's gonna happen, I'm gonna let it go. Whatever I could do, I'm gonna do. And if I don't do it, then I'll figure out a way to strategize to do it better next time. But I'm here, and that's the part I think you have to embrace more. I think you have to embrace the fact that, yo, I compete. Yo, I'm a competitor. Like just saying that, like, I'm not the world champ. I'm a competitor. Like, I'm there. So that separates you from the regular citizen already. Most people don't understand that. And I use entrepreneurship almost as like a sport. Like, to me, that's a sport. Like, you got to be willing to take an L, bro. Like, our metric is money. The way points are metrics for athletes.
Right.
You win, the more money you accumulate, the more points you score, right? Yeah. So you lose sometimes, bro. And you got to be all right, and you got to leave it back there. If I lost yesterday, that was yesterday. That's not today. And you got to adapt that attitude towards everything in life. Right. I think that's helped me. When I was younger, it was hard. It was hard to separate it because I let my identity be composed by the results. But what I forgot was what I told you. Yo, you on the floor, bro. There's nobody like where I came from. I come from really, my background. I come from nothing.
Yes.
So there was nothing, there was no worse for me. Like, my friends be like, oh, how'd you do that? Because I hated this shit. I hated being broke. So whatever I had to do, I was going to do it. There was no lower than I was. So there was nothing for me to lose. So me being out there, doing my thing, I believed, and finally it all caught up, right? So you gotta be the same way. You gotta be, yo, man, I'm a competitor, dude. We're not the same. And it's not, you don't have to make somebody feel less. But don't minimize yourself, bro. Like, yo, I'm a competitor. I'm a nationally ranked competitor, bro. Yeah. Can you say the same? But you gotta own it. Look in the mirror, man. Yo, that's who I am, and this is what we're gonna write your goals out. And like, I
got them on my sneakers
for a long time. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I'm a millionaire, and I'm a millionaire, and that's it. And now I want to be a multimillionaire, and then it'll be in the 5 years you'll be like, yo, I want to be a billionaire. It's never gonna stop,
and that's okay.
It's never gonna stop, right? But you gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta understand that about yourself. You gotta have people around you that understand it. That's big.
Yeah, you do need a support system.
The women in your life, whether it's your mother or your wife or whatever, they have to understand that about you. They have to understand the type of animal you are, because if not, you'll just be fighting all the time, and it just leads to. So it took a while for my wife to understand it, but then finally she kind of got it. She was like, all right, I understand. Like, it's the pursuit. If you don't make it, I won't say I'll be miserable living. I'll just always be trying. But what people don't understand is me just trying. I'm so much farther ahead than everybody else, and I'm not measuring myself by them. But like I said, I'm a competitor, right? So I'm here to be the best I could be. So whether it's sports or business or whatever, and I'm an example. We have kids, right? Like I tell my kids all the time, they must be like, "Well, shut up, Dad." But I tell you, I wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like, this ain't for everybody. If you want it, it's what you got to do. And I try to live that life to be the example, because I don't want them to be like, oh, it's easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So that's my rant on life, bro. So next year, Nationals again. What else we doing?
This June, June or July. I think Nationals, New Hampshire, United States Strongman.
It's gonna be in New Hampshire.
Yep.
Okay.
That's I'm gonna compete in March at Record Breakers.
Okay.
Again, trying to just work on some things and hopefully secure some records for the Northeast. There's gonna be reps there from like Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, the whole Northeast, basically the New England area.
What kind of lifts you talking about?
I'm gonna sign up for max deadlift just because I want to try to get to 715.
Okay.
Axle clean and press, similar to like a barbell clean and press, but just
except
axle
it's a
stiffer.
thick ass bar. Yeah.
And then probably like 18-inch deadlift again or something. I don't know. I haven't decided my third event yet.
You got a number though?
For the max,
for the 18-inch deadlift, yeah.
Above 800.
Come on, man. Give me a number. Put it on the video, bro. Ain't nobody gonna hold you to it.
850.
850.
Let's go for 850.
850. All right, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
And then Nationals in June. And then when they release those qualifiers for OSG, get my shit together and qualify for OSG again.
There it is.
And then join my friends who are all top 10 down there.
Yeah. And bring it to them. It's not about hanging out with them. Yeah. It's making it nervous.
Yeah.
It's making it nervous. All right? I love it, man. Kenny, if somebody wants to ask you about nutrition or coaching or any type of CrossFit or strongman stuff, look in the camera, tell them where they can find you.
Coach Kenny Strong at Instagram, or Kenny Olmeda at gmail.com. Those are the two best ways to reach me. Yeah,
don't put your phone number out there. All the girls will call you. They'll drive you crazy, bro. All right, guys. Today's podcast is over. Thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, click, whatever you got to do. I'll see you at the next one.